The group says it observed at least 3 such weapons explode over the city 2 days ago. The Libyan government has denied those allegations. Now, cluster bombs are banned by more than 100 countries, and they cannot be targeted and pose a grave risk to civilians when fired near populated areas. And earlier, I spoke to Fred Abrahams. He's a special advisor for Human Rights Watch based in New York, and he told me what his group had found in Misurata.
Well, our team got into Misurata yesterday by boat. The land access is blocked by the government. And when we arrived yesterday, we were shown by the New York Times reporter what we've identified as a submunition of a cluster munition. That is the smaller bomblet, if you will, that the cluster munitions release. And we identified it as the MAT 120. It's a mortar-fired cluster munition. And then last night, a member of our team was on the roof of a building and observed 3, if not 4, of these munitions exploding over a residential area. This was about 1 kilometer from the front line, if not a bit more, 300 meters from the Misurata hospital. It was a signature explosion, one explosion in the air followed by what he described as fireworks consistent with a cluster munition.
And is this only in Misurata, or have you heard or seen from the teams on the ground that cluster bombs are being used elsewhere in Libya?
This is the first confirmation that Human Rights Watch has of its use. We documented the planting of landmines in the east near HRW by government forces, but for cluster munitions, this is the first time, and it poses a tremendous risk to civilians. First, these weapons cannot be targeted, so they're indiscriminate by nature, and firing them in a residential neighborhood is highly dangerous. And secondly, is the dud rate of the submunitions. The particular munition we're talking about here is the MAT 120, and it releases 21 smaller munitions, bomblets. And these don't always explode. They lie on the streets, and it can be played. Children can pick them up, moved, kicked. They can explode upon any sort of contact, and that's why the majority of countries in the world have banned the cluster munitions.
Your reporters, or your inspectors rather, have said that these cluster bombs were manufactured in Spain. Can you confirm that? And how do you think that Gaddafi's forces came to acquire these cluster bombs that were manufactured in Spain?
That's correct. I mean, we confirmed the source from the markings. The photographs are available on our website, and we tracked them down. They were produced in Spain by the company Instalaza. And in the year 2007, we don't know how they were transferred to Libya. We're looking into that. But we do know that Spain has since, in 2008, signed and then ratified the Convention on Cluster Munitions. So all of these weapons should no longer be stockpiled, produced, stockpiled, or transferred. But we don't have evidence that the munition was transferred out of Spain after the country had signed the convention.